You just tuned in to the Heel in the Face live wrestling show every Wednesday night at 7:30 p.m. And you can also catch us on Twitter at Heel and Face. And also,
Shut
you
up!
can call...
Just shut up!
Are you kidding?
Nobody came to hear you, and you curb your dog while you're at it.
Oh,
and
man.
Octane, make me a sandwich, Mrs. Abernathy. Are you okay, really? Do you need anything to drink? Tough Jim Steele, come here and get Len Oddity and take us out to the show.
I guess here we go.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to the Heel the Face radio show. Now, get ready to get kicked square in the balls.
And welcome
Yeah,
to
another week.
another week
Yep.
where you'll have to listen to whatever Tommy C's got going on, or who's
Yep.
paying him off, or whatever the case may be.
Oh,
Yeah.
we'll get to that.
Trust me, I had a nice ride into the show tonight.
I am the heel. Across from me is the face. Next to me is the smooth-voiced Sith, the new co-host of the Heel in the Face live wrestling show, Mr. Ryan Perry.
Whoop, whoop.
And behind it all is the hall monitor.
Hey, hall monitor. Hey, girl. So, gentlemen, we have a lot of things we have to cover tonight.
The table is full, apparently.
It's-
Oh, yeah,
Although
it is.
It's going to
the
get a
table
lot
is
more full.
and the green room is empty.
Oh, yeah. Yep. Just like usual, but hey, that's all right, man. It's all good.
But we have a lot of things to cover tonight. We have a lot of people calling in tonight. Tonight you're going to be hearing from Jack Gallo. Junior Reyes is supposed to be stopping in the studio.
Forced by SWA front office, as
Well,
I cut
yes.
smooth-voiced Ryan Perry off again.
Don't ever do that again. Tomato, same thing. Frankie Stars is supposed to be calling in this evening. I believe beautiful Bobby Dream is supposed to be calling in as well.
Yep.
Tommy, who else is supposed to be calling in? Anybody else?
We got the Chris Envy calling in, reality star.
What's with thee? What's
It-
with the thee?
listen.
Every time I read a Facebook post, every
Yeah.
time I look at somebody mention his name, it's always thee. Why
It's
is it thee?
the Chris Envy.
It's Chris Envy.
No, the Chris Envy, reality star.
I don't
Get
take
it right.
I don't take a position in this. If the guy wants to call himself the Chris Envy, he can
Yeah.
by all means call himself the Chris
Yes.
Envy. The same way that we can call Mr. Tommy C over here corrupt.
There you
if
go.
we'd like
Corrupt. What are you talking about? Just because, I had luxury coming into the show tonight, sorry, man.
to. Wow.
That's all right.
You luxury. You pulled in a limo.
Yeah, I figured I would give myself a Christmas present, so
Did
I
you-
took a car in.
Did you have a flat tire or something that you needed to call, and a limo was the only thing available to take you from your home to the studio?
Well, it's a Christmas present to myself. That's all.
Through company expenses, I'm
Yeah,
assuming?
yep.
Most-
Tax
of
write-off.
course.
Yeah.
Most
of
people
course.
just buy themselves like cologne or that video game they wanted, or maybe even a new phone. You brought a limo to the studio.
Listen, it's all about class. That's all.
Mm.
And that's the way you got to roll.
Class.
Yeah, it's about
Mm.
class.
That's what he's calling it nowadays.
Yeah, I got.
I can think of another C word.
Yeah.
It's called corrupt.
I can think of a B word too. It's called bribed.
Ooh, that's good. Can we do the whole alphabet?
We probably
do,
could.
Do you think we can? Do we have enough time on the
I
radio
don't
to
know,
do
can we
that?
discuss? Can we
Yeah,
can we
okay.
relate Tommy C to every letter of the alphabet?
Probably A for accused.
Yeah.
Oh,
Come on now.
B for bribed.
C for corrupt. D for but anyways. So
on now.
before we get to some of the call-ins, let's just take the opportunity to remind everybody that our awards are coming up.
Oh, yeah, I can't wait for that, man.
Sean is like, this is like Sean's Christmas right
It
here
is.
and now.
That's the
It
fun
is
part,
because
man.
it's when we get to take like the best and the worst, basically who bought it and who ate it in
Yeah.
2013.
Yep, it's like the good egg and the rotten egg.
Just like
Yeah.
just like there's worst gimmick of the year award, and there's who paid Tommy C the most money award.
That one's going to take some
Huh?
digging.
I didn't see that on the list last week.
We're adding
It's
it to
called
the
your
list.
face of the year.
Oh,
Ah.
okay.
Oh, so now you're saying that Tommy's taking bribes
Oh.
to give out awards too. is it?
No,
And
come
he's
on
taking
now.
bribes to sell
How much
matches.
does an award cost nowadays?
No,
Tommy, please
there
tell
is.
You can't even
There
without
isn't,
turning,
man.
You,
Tell me, because I want to meet them in a dark alley and say, listen, if you throw me some money, maybe I'll give you an award. Come on, tell me.
yeah, I want to meet them too. But like,
Oh.
hey, give me some money, maybe I'll throw you a T-shirt.
Like you figured that since you ran into all this money, that you'd at least bring like dinner
As
to
I
the studio
said,
or
it-
something.
Yeah, right.
Yes, it was. It was
I could go
all
for a chicken cutlet sandwich with some waffle fries right now.
Amen.
chicken cutlet. Why not veal?
Because
like
I don't
veal.
have the balling money that you have. Baller. Because I don't
Come
take
on
payoffs.
now. No. It's
Well,
all about
he can
doing right
afford a deal.
business deals.
So it would have been nice if he would have brought in like
When
some
I-
dinner.
I got to be careful, only because next time I go to look up his transaction report, I got to, make sure that I black out what you guys are actually paying me because it's pitiful. I don't need the world to see that. But speaking of the year-end awards, Sean, would you like to go over some of the ones in case anybody missed the show last week? Which was one of them being me, other than 20 minutes, since I was doing some investigative work on my
That- you
co-host
tore-
over here.
Speaking of that, where's my $50?
What I owe you $50 for?
I gave you $50. You borrowed $50 from me. You tore ass out of here.
Oh yeah, I needed
Or-
it for a taxi.
Did that pay for information?
It paid for the taxi for me to get to the information.
Okay, well, I
But I'm
guess.
still on the trail. I got nothing new to show as
Yes.
evidence this week, but I'm still hot in your trail. So don't think that I'm slacking or anything like that.
By the way, somebody wants to know who's sacking your cocktail for the most awards.
Well, I have a feeling it's someone I know very dearly, initials C and C, but
No.
I'm not.
We're gonna get
yeah,
there.
oh,
We're gonna
okay.
get there.
But you know
Corrupt
what?
and corrupt. We're gonna
Nobody.
get there.
Corrupt and corrupt. What?
Incorporated. Yes. So
Shoot.
Sean, year-end awards. What are some of the categories that we're going to be having this year?
Categories of the year.
Do do do
Well-
do 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 do.
I just have like a piece of paper right in front of me that I happen to jot some down on.
Let's hear them.
Okay, and then first there's who paid Tommy the most money of the year.
Oh, come on now, get over it. All right?
CNC.
Tommy's face of the year. Then there's my heel of the year.
Yep, yep.
Who was your face of the year last year?
I don't.
How do you not remember? It's such a prestigious award. You don't remember?
You know why? Because there was so many good
They
ones
only
out
paid you
there.
the
now,
nickels?
'cause now all you're seeing is dollar signs. We get it.
And
No,
then,
there was so many good ones.
and then there's Ryan Perry's award.
Yeah, which I'm leaning towards Ring Rat of the Year. So if
I
anybody
think
wants to
that's a
send me
cool
any
one, man.
nominations for Ring Rat of the Year, send them to me at ryanperryisawesome.aol.com. Something like that. Not really, because it's not really the email address. But I'll take them on Facebook if you want to send me some nominations
You
for
can
Ring
send
Rat
them
of
on
the Year.
Facebook. You
Yep.
can tweet them to @HeelAndFace. Hell, if you want, we got some time to kill. You can call the fan line.
just said hell.
631-386-8229.
You said hell. You're supposed to say HE double hockey sticks.
You said hell. This is
I
a
said hell.
family-friendly show.
Yeah.
Right, it is.
Yeah.
Then
What was that
Not
number
nice.
again?
631-386-8229.
What was the number again?
631-386-8229.
That's right, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to hammer that number into your head until you actually call in and give me a nomination for Ring Rat of the Year. What was that
Whoa.
number again?
631-386-8229.
There you go, buddy.
And then there's Manager of the Year.
Does Tommy's bank accountant count as manager?
No,
of the
no,
year?
no, no.
No, that's my assistant takes care of that too.
Then there's Champion of the Year. Anybody who's been a champion in 2013
Do you
can
guys
be nominated.
have a somebody that you think is the front runner for champion of the year? Since we're on the topic,
I would I would have to say NYWC's champion, the Big O.
the Big O, Sean.
The Big O, huh?
Yes.
Those are some pretty big shoes to
Yes. So if anybody could top it, you know,
I see what you
send
did
it.
there. It's kind of a pun. Big
Yeah.
shoes. Let's see. Okay.
Yeah.
Sean,
Is
you,
it-
you have a front runner? Do you think
I don't know. I'm kind of torn.
between?
A bunch of people.
Wow.
Well, put
Way to be
all
ambiguous,
right.
ladies
How
and
about
gentlemen.
all right? Let's do this. How about three of them? Three of the top people that you think.
How many champions were there this year?
I don't know. You're saying.
All right,
so go ahead.
All of them at one point were great. I don't have a real front runner.
You're just chicken.
I'm kind of leaning towards Tommy, though. I think the Big O is the guy to beat this year.
Definitely, man.
Here we go. All right,
Just
female
he's
wrestler
corrupt
of the
doesn't
year.
mean he can't come up with a good idea, ladies and gentlemen. Tommy C.
Oh, come on now. What'd you say? Female?
Female wrestler of the year. Who would be your nominee?
Sweet Sapphire doesn't count, right? Sweet Sapphire. No?
No,
No? Is that just rude?
no.
No, not at all.
Okay. I liked her in the 80s. Just saying.
I would have to say, honestly, Nikki Adams.
Oh, my God. He keeps taking my ideas. Do you
Nikki
hear
Adams.
this?
Yes.
All the people in that who are eligible for that award, you pick Nikki Adams.
I would pick
Yes.
her, too.
You wouldn't pick her?
Yes.
Yeah.
Are you just following tonight?
I know. He just keeps. Why don't you ask me the next one, and I'll spit out
But
my answer. before
my
Tommy does.
second of that would be Lexa Rose. It'd be first and second.
I still say Nikki.
Yeah. But my number one would be Nikki Adams.
After Nikki, I might have to go with what's her name? Mercedes. Does a lot of stuff in Jersey. Can't think of her.
Okay.
Menendez?
Yeah, Menendez.
Is that what it is?
Yes.
I believe so.
She's very good. Very good. Jersey worker.
Yeah.
Very strong worker.
She's
Yeah.
awesome.
Definitely is.
But I still like Nikki.
Yep. Number
Just
one
one.
there.
Ask me the next one, and I'll give you one. I'll give you one. I'll give you one before
All right,
Tommy.
I won't
spits it
even
out.
say anything.
Well,
I'll sit
all right,
back. You
let's-
go
let's-
ahead, Ryan.
Let's pick a good one. Let's go with Wrestler of the Year.
Wrestler of the oh man, that's a tough one. That is a real tough one. Yeah, initially I would say Big O, right? But he's champion, and
What about that guy ATL?
I wouldn't say that. You got to wrestle more than twice. It's
At
tough
least
because
5
I look at
times.
Wrestler of the Year, and I look at it, and the word wrestler is very ambiguous and it's vague. It's kind of like the MVP award. It's like, what do you determine as value, right? And I hear Wrestler of the Year, and I think pure wrestling ability, and the guy who's the best at that in this particular year, not necessarily who's on the pedestal. So for me, personally, I like a guy like Stockade.
Stockade. Wow.
I like a guy like Stockade. I mean, he's all around in a lot of different ways. So I know it's kind of a wild card out there, but I kind of like Stockade. Don't steal my idea now, Tommy.
Braden Knight.
How much did he pay you to get that nomination?
No. I think Braden Knight is one hell of a competitor. Amazing in the ring. His matches with Jack Gallo are phenomenal. And other matches that Braden has been in is just crazy too. So my strong pick would have to be first Braden Knight, 2 Jack Gallo.
I'm torn. I like.
Because you want to vote for a big guy like I suggested.
No.
'cause you're a big
Like
guy.
I like.
Oh.
I like
Way
Jack
to shoot me
Gallo.
down, Sean.
I
Jeez.
like Jack Gallo. As he's a phenomenal competitor. But where would a Wrestler of the Year conversation be without Len Oddity?
Ouch.
No,
That's like
no.
this is a big mixing pot.
No,
you know?
I'm still saying Stockade here.
But you've got a big mixing pot, so everybody's sitting back and they're even wondering who are they going to pick.
If there was an award for guy who's most likely to beat you to death with anything that's any random object in a room, I would absolutely give it to Len Oddity.
Oh, without a doubt, he'll pick up a box or
You know,
something. He don't
I would
care.
be afraid that this guy would beat me with a bag of peanuts, and I don't mean like
Yeah.
actual peanuts that
He'll
you
make
eat. I
you
mean like the white things
suffocated.
that you put in boxes to protect stuff. Like he could literally kill somebody with a bag of peanuts. But I still like Stockade.
Definitely, man.
Just saying. Just my honest opinion here. But you know, Sean's been kind of off of the seat here.
I know. What are you
So,
doing, man?
I'm
You're
gonna
I'm
pick a
sorry,
random
I've
award. Before
been
we take a break.
communicating
Yeah, I know,
with the
right?
crack
Before we
investigative
take
team.
a break, I'm gonna throw something at Sean,
All right.
and I'm gonna say, I'm gonna actually say, Sean, I want to know your top pick for both, because you've been off the hot seat for a second, for the best ring gear and the worst ring gear of the
Oh
year.
my God. You're throwing me under the bus, aren't you?
Just a little bit. Time, come on. Time's a ticking.
All right.
Time is valuable.
Best ring gear, huh?
Yes, best ring gear.
Now, do we have to be a wrestler, or can we be a manager, a valet?
Hey, it just says best and worst ring gear of the year. So I guess that leaves it up to the people who are nominating or people voting to determine.
All right, worst ring gear, I'm going with Vinny the Guido.
Why Vinny?
Because Vinny had to wear a dress this year.
So are we saying that it can be very specific to even just one specific event?
Sure, if he was...
Nightmare wore a dress. Whose dress was uglier? Vinny's or Nightmare's?
Oh, man, it had to have been Nightmares.
So then you're saying Nightmare.
I guess Nightmare,
Okay.
too. I guess you're right.
All right.
Then
And best ring gear?
best ring gear. Wow, now I'm going to get put on the spot.
Yeah. Come on.
Come on
Best
now.
ring gear, MC3.
The celebrity MC3, huh?
MC3, best.
On
radio.
Hollow Grounds, you're talking about his
I'm talking all the time.
wannabe Justin Toxic.
I'm talking all the time. I'm talking about.
I don't think it's wannabe Justin Toxic. Justin Toxic wears the little trunks, and he wears like
yeah,
full-fledged pants.
No, Justin has trunks, pants too, and
I usually see him wearing
Justin
the trunks.
Toxic wear trunks. When you look on the back, it looks like a kindergartner's art project got stapled to it.
all
And
right
he's got little, tassels that hang from the back of his trunks.
from his ass.
But
Yeah.
MC3, on the other hand, that man just walked into Lionel Richie's closet and said, "Hey, I want this."
No,
and
no,
this."
no, no.
I think he went into Elton John's, more like it.
Well, maybe a hybrid.
Gem, he ran in the Toon World and stole Gem's stage outfit.
All right.
And on
That
that note, well, how about
all
we?
phones will be banned from here.
Why don't we take a break?
Yeah.
And
Hey,
when we come
why
back,
what smooth voice Sith? Why don't
yeah.
you announce the song we're gonna play during the break?
well, now that you put me on the spot there, Sean, we're gonna take a break, ladies and gentlemen.
Uh-oh.
And at this time, we're going to introduce a brand new song that's going to be here on the Heel in the Face live wrestling radio show. It is entitled Rock City by the artists Dom Bees featuring Trill TF. Check us out.
Rock City, bitch. Rock City, bitch. Rock City, bitch. Rock City, bitch.
Dom B's cloud, nah. Rocked out. Bitch move like she wants something to pop out. She wanna give me brain, heard I was a dropout. She call me Boy Scout the way I pull them knots out. Huh? You know what we get into? Plenty money, little drugs, dragging women through. Yeah, spitting like Jerome with the missing tooth. Yeah, I'm Derek Jeter's, plenty shit to listen to. Yeah, it's GX3, baby, we on the move. From the bottom to the top, we never lose. Monsters Inc., we coming soon. Bringing the temperature hotter than an air balloon. Your nose tweaking, you know that Roma in the room. Down there, I shine here like a knuckle on the groom. Get him sweat like a kitchen, where's the broom? See him sweating, got him bitching, I'm coming soon. Got a new player flow, listen for the boom. Rock City, end of your world, here's your doom.
Rock City, bitch. 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 10, 20s in your titties, bitch. Rock City, 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 bitch. 10, 20s in your titties, bitch. 10, 20s in your titties, bitch.
Big titty bitch, you know I'm in this shit, don't act innocent, no need for lubricant, to play cute, yelling out mega blocks, fuck around and you'll get mega cocks. I love hip hop, but I want a rock city bitch, like Aretha, you gotta respect my clique, no chick gon' take my cash through greed, with arms wide open, that's my creed, a dime a dozen, getting kinda sick of that, see how a chick responds when I send a nickel back, I want a white girl with a black girl ass, pumping out Aerosmith when I roll past. Like Big Pop, but give me one more chance. Got you going gaga over this bad romance. Sipping tequila, pulling down your pants. Baby girl, I know you gonna love my dance.
Rock City, bitch. 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 10, 20s in your titties, bitch. Rock City, 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 bitch. 10, 20s in your titties, bitch.
And we're back.
Yep, we're back, and
And we're talking
Yeah.
about the end of the year awards.
yep, a little briefly here and there. And Ryan was at what, best and worst gear?
Yes.
And,
Why don't we go over the basics, though, as far as where fans can nominate what they feel is worthy of one of the awards? Sean,
Yes.
where can they nominate it?
On the Heel in the Face Live Wrestling Show Facebook page.
Comment?
Yes.
Private message?
No, they can comment on the links to the categories
Okay.
that we'll be putting up throughout the night and tomorrow.
all right.
Excellent.
Yeah.
And when are the nominations due in by?
When did we say?
Is it December 9th?
I think it was the 9th.
I believe it is.
Yeah.
See, he's smart.
I'm on
He's
top
good.
of things.
He's on top of
I
the
wouldn't
game.
ask you a question that I don't already know the answer to.
He's on top of the game.
Then why would you ask questions?
Because I want you guys to feel like it's your show. Because
Yeah,
is.
it is. And yeah,
So-
he's right, man. Definitely.
Just trying to keep the dialogue
Yeah.
flowing here. Why are
He's
me and
good.
Tommy all of a sudden
Definitely, man.
getting along tonight, and me and you, Sean, are not?
It's like you're.
Are
in
you
the
mad
corner.
at me because
I'm not.
I didn't show enough proof that Tommy's corrupt last week? Is that what it is? You're
Come
kind
on
of like,
now.
"Arr, I'm just
No,
chasing fake
no.
leads and
the,
arr."
the truth will rear its ugly head sooner or
Okay.
later.
Okay, so we were saying that you can nominate on the Facebook page for the Heel in the Face, and we will be putting up each award individually, where you can leave comments and start your nomination process that way. About promoters for Match of the Year, I'm sure they would like to get a piece of the pie.
Promoters can send us video links.
They
Yes,
have
sir.
to include a link, yes.
Well, for us to see it and
So they have to
Remember it
include a
and-
link.
right.
We're just trying to hammer that point home here, Sean.
Include the
That's
link.
what
Yeah,
we're doing.
yeah.
Include the link.
link.
YouTube, Daily Motion, Facebook, whatever the case may be. So that's just for the promoters as well.
Or if you want to email it to us, you can find the email address on the Facebook page.
Or you could call in, right, Sean? What's that number again?
631-386-8229.
Call in to give me a first nomination for Ring Rat of the Year. I know there's enough of them out there.
Oh man,
Come on, it's going to be the most hyped award in the history of the end of the year awards ever.
I think it's gonna be the sloppiest too.
And
No.
when do we have
Definitely.
a definitive date in which we will be announcing the awards yet? Is it going to be in
We are
January?
going to be announcing the awards the first Wednesday of 2014.
I hope that's not New Year's. I have no idea. I don't know. Anybody know when New Year's actually is? I got to get my drunk on. You know what I'm saying?
2014 drunk.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
you know. Come on. I got it. That's the pitiful salary that you guys pay me.
How can you even afford alcohol?
You do realize that the first Wednesday is New Year's Day, right?
There won't be a show New Year's Day.
I don't think there will be
I'm thinking the 8th instead.
Yeah.
because we'll be crawling in if that's the case.
Yeah, because don't forget the Heel in the Face Live Wrestling Show annual holiday party.
Yeah, so January 8th is when the awards...
You remember?
Oh.
Oh, you don't remember because you were dancing on a table.
Oh, he's like that
Flinging your
Kesha
shirt
song.
over your
He's like
head.
that Kesha song where she's all like, "This will be a night you can't remember, and I'll be the one you can't forget." Oh, I do a little dance, do a little dance. January 8th, ladies and gentlemen, will be the live broadcast of the year-end awards, the first show of the brand new year, which will be 10 days before
Oh yeah.
Stronghold Pro Wrestling makes its debut in Deer Park at the NYWC Sportatorium on January 18th. That card, ladies and gentlemen, looks like it's finalized officially, is amazing. Strictly amazing.
Oh yeah. Ryan
It's
Perry's on
amazing.
top of it, man.
Zing.
I got food in my stomach now. I'm happy.
Yeah.
I was able to eat during that break.
But if you didn't get your tickets, you better get them while you can. They're going quick, and we have them at Omega Storage, 185 Sunrise Highway as a ticket outlet, and also NY Pizza and Gyro in Islip Terrace on Connecticut Avenue. You could get your tickets and grab a slice while you're there too. And any of your indie wrestlers that are on the show may have them. So.
Do you want to give a brief rundown of the card once again? Do you want me to do some of it?
Oh, you go for a piece of it, man.
I
Let's
am
pop it.
excited. So, ladies and gentlemen, one of the matches that I am more so looking forward to than anything else is most likely your main event of the evening, which Oof, let me just tell you guys.
Money, money, money.
Let me just tell you guys, if you haven't seen Big Jim Sullivan in action, you don't know what you're missing. But it's not just because of Big Jim Sullivan, who is a fine worker, who's one of the most legitimate tough guys in this business that I've ever come across. His opponent that night will be TNA star, the Pope, D'Angelo Dinero.
That is like just awesome, man. That
If there
honestly
wasn't,
is great.
If there wasn't like 3 or 4 matches already on that card to look forward to,
That's
The main event is definitely something you don't want to miss. And keep in mind, ladies and gentlemen, there are still tickets that are on sale. Your VIP package, which is $40, which includes a front row ticket, but it also includes a meet and greet with the Pope before the show starts between 6 and 7. The show, of course, is obviously going to be starting up at 7:30. The bell time is scheduled for. Doors open at 6 o'clock. But if you get the VIP package, which is only $40, a great gift for Christmas that you can give to a loved one who's a fan of pro wrestling.
And Ryan, right there, just before you go any further, the VIP package, which is also great about it, you get to go in first to meet the Pope, and you get to get in the building and everything before general admission people. So you've got the total golden, like, luxury package is what I think.
It is literally the golden ticket to the Stronghold Pro Wrestling Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory.
That's it, man. You've got the golden ticket right there. So
once
go
again,
ahead,
VIP package, only $40. General admission, of course, is $20. And if you just want a front row ticket, it's $25. Another match that I am extremely looking forward to is one of your favorites, that being Suntan, going against Dr. Lamar Braxton Porter, which along with him will be Vinny the Guido, who's Sean nominated for Worst Gear of the Year. But don't let that nomination fool you, ladies and gentlemen. Sean just doesn't, for whatever reason, respect Vinny the Guido the way he should respect the manager of Vinny the Guido's status.
Oh, yeah.
And he's definitely going to have Porter in
what
tip-top.
status?
Hey, listen, he's managed some of the biggest names within the entire tri-state area, let alone just Long Island, that the indie wrestling scene has ever come across, right? And if you don't see that in Porter, and you don't think that Porter and Suntan is going to be an amazing match, and that Vinny the Guido is going to have his guy in tip-top shape ready for this challenge, then you're a fool.
I didn't say that it was going to be a good match.
I'm just saying, you know what? I don't care. Me and you don't like each other this week.
I'm saying that
he called you a fool.
I'm saying that
I said
Vinny the Guido is not a good manager.
Oh yeah, he's such a terrible manager that a guy like Porter, his talent, doesn't see any value in him. Then why is he out there with Porter, huh? No answer. No answer. No answer. No answer.
I wonder if
I win.
I wonder if he was Tommy Seed.
Huh? What?
Ooh, moving forward.
Oh.
Tommy, do you want to take one of these matches?
You know what? Yeah.
You got a first-hand account of things.
One of my favorites on this whole thing.
Tell me your favorite.
And I'll tell you, man. Straight out of the box, Tattooed Ugly Len Oddity with the gorgeous Bonnie going up against the Puerto Rican star, Frankie Flo.
Hallelujah.
Let me tell you, that is a match.
Hallelujah.
Yes. That is a match that you do not want to miss. If you miss it, you've got to be kidding me. You might as well live in a box because that's it. That is a match that you don't want to miss. Because when Len Oddity is in that ring, he's no joke. And then you've got the Puerto Rican star, Frankie Flo. Man, that's all I got to say. It's going to be an awesome match.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the same Len Oddity that I said could kill a man with styrofoam peanuts.
And then you got the muscle man, Puerto Rican star, Frankie Flo, So think about it.
You want to be there on January 18th is what you're saying, Tommy.
Oh, yeah. Frankie Flo versus the styrofoam killing freak there, Come on, you can get the front row package because that's what I would do.
But speaking of men who could kill you with a lot of weird objects, one of the other matches that is on the card is ECW legend himself, Frankie Stars, alongside with Trixie, taking on an up-and-comer, and John the Flying Italiano Fortuno. I think I'm saying his last name right.
Yep,
Fortuno.
Fortuno.
All right, or something like that.
And Fortuno thinks he's going to celebrate with some spaghetti that night.
I don't think so.
Little does he know. Little does he know he'll
When
be
did you guys hire the Italian intern? Why is he back here? Where's Papa Ganoush when you need him?
little does he know he'll be sipping through a straw when Frankie's done.
Oh, yeah. Definitely, man. Definitely.
Sean, do you feel left out?
No,
Do
I
you?
don't feel left out.
You sure?
Announce
I'm
a match
positive.
or
you want to
two.
announce a match?
No, I'm good.
You sure?
You guys can keep right
Okay.
on rolling.
Okay.
I know which one
In
he
fact,
wanted
I'm
to
making
announce.
Which
sure.
one did he want to announce?
I know
Tell
which
me.
one.
Is it going to be a big guy in the match? Sean's got a little
Oh,
soft spot
a
for
big guy.
guys.
Oh, okay. Hold on. All
I'm
right.
just making sure that the awards the nominations
Oh,
go
they're
up
going.
properly.
They're going.
They are going.
Don't worry. My text messaging service on my phone is blowing up with nominations for Ring Rat, but I'm looking for one person to call in and give me a nomination.
Well,
for
I
Ring
got that
Rat.
match. I just, double checked
So
it.
why don't we go ahead?
You
that
know,
Sean would announce.
Why don't we
Nikki
stop?
what?
No.
Why don't we stop for 1 second?
No, why?
Because I'm feeling a little like Santa Claus.
Santa Claus.
I'm feeling a little like
He's
Santa Claus.
almost looking like him,
That
too.
is very, very.
And you know what? You know how I'm feeling
Naughty.
like Santa Claus?
Just cut me off again. Disrespectful. I'm Jewish. Okay. Who is the Santa Claus that you talk about?
You don't know who Santa Claus
I
is?
know Hanukkah Harry.
Hanukkah Harry.
Does Hanukkah Harry even exist?
I know Hanukkah Bushes.
Go. All right,
You
spin
pagan. You pagan.
Spin your dreidel and let's go over the rest of the Stronghold card.
Anyways, the rest of the card includes one of my favorite matches. I'll just talk about it really brief before Tommy takes over and announces the match that Sean should have announced. It is going to be Nikki Adams going one-on-one with the boy diva, Rick Cataldo. That was the match that Sean was going to announce?
Yep,
He's
yep.
got a crush on Rick, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does. Him and Rick really.
I don't even know
You
the
know.
man, girl, whatever. Pat, I don't even know her.
See,
That
there
was
we
just
go.
rude. You know,
That
Rick
was
is
rude.
also a gender-neutral name. You know
Yes,
that, right?
it is. He's a nice guy.
You're just all sorts of discriminatory today.
You are. You're
Hating on
sexist.
Jews. Hating on people with identity crises.
Yeah, I don't know,
That's
man.
not true.
No,
You know
no,
what?
No,
I-
That's not
no,
true.
No, no.
You know what? I think you should turn around and be on ringside with Rick Cataldo.
What?
I think we
Yeah,
should put you
I
in a
think you
skirt.
should walk him out.
My contract. I don't have a contract.
I think
I don't.
put
I think
in a
you should
skirt.
walk him out.
I will put a good bet on this that you come out with Rick Cataldo if I'm correct about who wins Wrestler of the Year, and then if you are correct about who wins Wrestler of the Year, I'll come out in a skirt with Rick Cataldo.
In a skirt.
And a skirt, but you have to wear a skirt too, though.
In a skirt.
Yes. And
Oh,
nothing
man.
but the skirt.
Ladies
No,
and
no,
gentlemen,
that's
get
not
the
gonna
cotton
happen.
field ready.
Chicken? Are you chicken?
Oh
Are you
boy!
chicken? Nothing but a skirt.
I see feathers falling off you.
The former intern, the smooth voice Sith, and the heel, one-on-one, man's bet.
Oh
Wear
no!
nothing but a skirt on the January 18th
And
show.
I get to hand you the skirt.
And you know Tommy's going to pick something nice.
Oh yeah!
Are you
All right,
chicken?
wait.
So,
what are
ladies
we,
and gentlemen,
so what are we talking?
be ready.
So what are we talking?
We're talking, if you're correct about who wins Wrestler of the Year, I will wear the skirt on January 18th to come out with Rick Cataldo. If I'm correct about who wins Wrestler of the Year, and you don't have to choose your pick yet, we can wait until next week. I'll give you some time to think about it. But if I'm correct, you have to come out in the skirt with Rick Cataldo in nothing but a skirt. That means no top, no sneakers, no socks.
You know
just
what?
the
Wait
skirt.
a minute. I got something even better. You guys can wear the skirt, whichever wins or loses or whatever you want to
Okay,
put
the
it in.
loser's going to wear the skirt, which is going to
And
be
you
Sean.
get to wear a tank top that says "I love Rick Cataldo."
That
on
even
it.
that's even better.
So there you
Holding
go.
that man's hand,
Be nice.
her hand,
Yes.
their hand,
Yes. Don't
holding
be
their
like
hand.
him.
What do you say there, Sean? Oh yeah, chicken.
How about it, man?
Dog, dare you?
How about
Do
it?
you need a week to decide?
I think I see feathers falling.
He's turning red. I think he
Yeah.
wants to lose on purpose.
I think so.
I'm already wearing a Santa suit to Muggs and Coco.
So what? This is Stronghold, baby. Number one's
Chicken.
indie wrestling company today, man.
All right. So
You.
but
next
we
week,
decide who wins the award.
No. Well, this one Tommy will decide.
Yeah, I'll decide this, and I'll have the
No.
skirt and the T-shirt.
Do
Let's
you want to
do-
pick one that
let-
the fans vote?
Let's do one better.
Do you want to do one that
Let's
the
do one
fans vote
better.
on?
Let's do one better.
Okay. What's one
Okay,
better?
you got it. We are also we did it last year, so we're gonna do it this year. Favorite heel in the face host of the year.
Okay.
Okay. Now, because you've only been host for like 2 weeks, I guess we can't put you in.
So then how can I be a part of it?
I'm getting to that.
I'm kind of confused myself.
Here's
man.
how it works. It's you, face, and me. And if you win the vote, then I guess I got to come out in the skirt.
But
How
if you
does he
win the
go in?
vote,
But if I win the vote, Ryan gets to come out in the
that's
skirt.
no.
No, because
no,
that bounces off of me.
Yeah, I
That's
don't
not
trust
right.
Tommy's reputation on this one. No offense, Tommy. I'm throwing you under the bus a little bit. It's better than an envelope over the table.
All right, hold
but
on,
Still,
hold
You
on.
know what? I'll tell you what. I'll do one better. Let's
How
see.
about the hall monitor takes care of all the preparation, and it's still between you two? Okay, I'll back
Okay, why
out
don't
and
we do
I'll
this?
just hold it all.
Why don't we'll
Sean,
put it,
Sean,
we'll put
are you
up.
willing to? Well, are you willing to do the challenge? Yes or no? To wear a skirt if you lose
It all depends on
on
what.
the challenge. Okay, but are you willing to do
Be-
it?
What's the
So why
challenge?
don't we do this?
Man.
Why don't we do this? Why don't me and you take a week, come up with compromise, and live next week on the air, we will come up with what the challenge is and the stipulations to the challenge. And of course, if the loser of that challenge turns out to be either me or you, we will wear the skirt on January 10th.
All right, as long as it's not that we have to run a mile race or you have to eat a dozen
That's
hamburgers.
why me and you will come up with it, something that we both feel is appropriate, that can't be rigged, and we'll announce it live on the radio next week. How's that sound? You thinking about it, mulling it over?
It's
Come
good.
on now.
It's
Okay,
good.
So you're not. You're not
No,
chicken?
it's
Come on
good.
now, chicken.
Okay. All
It's
right.
good because I'm
Ladies
confident.
and gentlemen, I'm telling
'cause
you
I'm
right now,
confident-
January 18th, you're going to get to see Sean in a skirt.
I'm confident right now that
Ooh, yeah.
I can pay Tommy C enough money to see you in a skirt.
That's why we're going to come up with something that can't be rigged.
Bow. Yep, I can't be involved in it.
Because he just admitted that, he'll
No,
rig
no,
it
no.
because he's corrupt.
I'm not
Again,
saying I'm
see
corrupt.
that?
I just don't want to be involved. I'm going to have the tank top and the skirt in my hand and hand it to Sean. I mean, Ryan. I don't know.
Well,
Be ready.
we'll come up with it. But we still have a few more matches we have to
Yep.
announce
Oh, yeah.
on January 18th.
Yeah.
Why don't you take the next one?
All right. Let's see. All right. I got one. Evan Reigns. Oh boy.
Preach, brother, preach.
Yep. Evan Reigns and ATL
Superheroes.
with Serena
Super
Aries versus
sidekicks.
SJR and
his
reality star,
His boy. Here we go.
none other
Here we go.
than the Chris Envy.
I feel like the Chris Envy is Tommy's Mike Magnum of Stronghold.
Yes, it is. He's the man.
He just admitted
We
that
can't
Mike
talk
Magnum-
about
He is.
your hero,
Who?
Mike Magnum.
No.
Exactly. But why don't you tell me something a little bit about the Chris Envy?
The Chris Envy is amazing. He's an off the ropes technical wrestler, and there's one thing about him: when you want a good match, you could sit down and you'll see nothing but pure wrestling.
Okay, and his
Pure,
and his
man.
tag team partner SJR.
SJR, he's a little bit new to the business,
Okay.
but he's good.
Okay,
And let me tell you,
is he a power guy?
he's a power
Somebody
horse,
said
yes.
he works the mat fine.
He's a well mat worker, and let me
Okay.
tell you, Chris Envy will worry about high flying and above the ropes.
Okay.
SJR is going to take the ground, so it's going to be a great
it's
match.
going to be interesting to see how they
Yes.
gel as a tag team.
I think it's
Sounds
going
like they
to be
have
great.
Some contrasting styles,
Yes.
but sometimes that makes for really good
Yeah,
tag
it,
teams.
it definitely does, man.
Okay,
Definitely. So all I got to say is, you guys definitely have to watch out for this match, too. The whole card is great.
Well,
That's
here's
all.
here's another one. Speaking of tag team matches that I happen to like because I think this is going to be a really high flying type match. Is Los Sucios alongside Alexa Rose, the Ring Queen, taking on the Undead, which is Zach
Yeah.
Vengeance and Mason Shadows. So Mason's kind of the one that's the odd man out
Yeah.
because he's definitely a bigger boy that's going to use some of that weight advantage to his advantage. And he's going to leverage these smaller guys, but 3 out of the 4 guys in there
Yeah.
can bounce off those ropes and go take high risks and do a lot of things that most people can only dream about doing with their bodies, as far as being in midair and all of a sudden turning mid-direction and things like that. I mean, I've
Yeah.
seen things from these guys that makes me, even as a fan of wrestling for all these years, go, whoa, I can't believe I just saw that. So that's definitely going to be a match that I'm looking forward to.
Well, on that match, I got a email and also a video from the Undead, and they weren't too happy that just Lexa Rose was coming out with the Sucios.
So they think,
because Lexa, she works the ring.
okay.
So I was told by them they're bringing their brother Lucas Sane out there with them.
So they're going to try to neutralize the advantage.
So that
Sucios
Lucas
has.
Sane could control Lexa Rose. So I don't know
Now,
what
here's
they're
my
thinking
question.
about.
You say Lucas Sane's going to come out there and control Lexa Rose. He's not going to hit
No,
a woman, is he?
No. If he does hit a woman, he will be disqualified from the match, from the show. So no, we don't allow that.
So.
But the Rick Taldo and Nikki Adams, whatever that situation is, that's different.
Okay, that's
Yeah.
that's got its own extenuating
Yes.
circumstances. But so Lucas Sane's going to be out there with the Undead.
Yes, he is, and he's going to basically
Try to neutralize.
make
the
sure
Ring
that
Queen.
these four guys can do their work in the ring and keep the work going, and not have to worry about outside interference.
So we have 3 other matches on the card that we haven't talked about, and Sean's definitely not talking about because he's too busy on the Facebook.
He's on
promoting the
Facebook
year-end
and-
awards
and Twitter.
One of those matches.
Hey, they're already up.
Is a
Most of them. Some of them.
Okay. Well, keep doing your job. And Sean doesn't like me today.
No, he don't,
But
man.
one of them
I'm gonna shove
is
this
something that
microphone
I know
down your
you
throat.
like, and that's a battle royal, correct? Why don't you tell us a little bit about this battle royal here, Tommy?
Well, you know what? The Battle Royal is very interesting. You got the Giant Coronis versus going against 15 men. 15.
How big is this guy, Cronus?
Coronis is roughly 310, 315.
So he's a big
From what
boy.
I was told, he almost pushes 350. His weight is fluctuating, but this kid is big, and he knows how to work the ring. He trained with Johnny Ova, Bobby Rydell, and them,
Okay.
so he's got the
got the
experience.
skills.
Yeah, he's got
But
the
he's
skills.
going one
One
against
guy
15
versus
guys
15.
in a battle royal style
Yes,
match.
so if Cronus goes over, these 15 guys, it's not over. These 15 guys got to weed out to go and get a match that will be announced later on.
Okay.
And let me tell
So
you.
there's a little bit of something that they want
Yes,
to win this.
and it's going to be announced that night.
But in
The
order
Battle
to
Royal,
do that-
right?
yeah.
That's when
Yeah.
the winner gets to choose who he takes his opponents or opponent at the next
Oh.
Stronghold Pro Wrestling show.
Yep.
This is very
Yeah,
interesting.
but these guys don't even know it. But if they're listening tonight, they just got a little bit of piece of it. They just ate a little bit of it.
Okay. So these 15 guys first have to focus on this 350-pound
Yes,
monster.
yeah.
And then once they dispatch of him,
And they get through the 14 other guys because that one guy's
Okay.
got to fight through.
okay. So
So you're looking at
so
15.
They should focus on this big guy first, right? Get him out over
Yeah.
the ring, and then
So,
set their sights
yeah,
on.
my theory, I've been in Battle Royals. The best thing is, let's all alliance together. Let's get the big guy out. And then
the
I'm
Andre
going
the
to
Giant
trade on you.
effect.
Yes.
Okay.
And then
the
I'm
big
gonna-
guy out
yeah.
and then focus on that.
And then I'm going to turn around and start
Okay.
just planting people
well,
outside.
We have 2 other matches left on the card. One of them that I don't think anybody should overlook by any stretch of the imagination is going to be on your undercard, which features Long Island Finest Cash taking on Beautiful Bobby Dream. That's going to be a good match.
Oh, yeah.
I think that match is going to be it's going to be a technical wrestler fantasy in a sense with some of the things that these guys can do, and I'm sure they've gone against each other in the past, right?
Yes, and
Okay.
they've been having feuds over and over from different feds, and we're bringing this feud to Stronghold because hopefully we can make this feud stop and
Okay.
get it done. Because these boys have been carrying on forever and ever and over and over, and it's about time.
So you want to say
Yes.
this is the
I want to
end.
kill their feud.
Winner gets bragging rights,
Yes.
basically.
That's
okay.
basically it.
Okay, and then I know Tommy, you want to make this last match announcement.
Dude, this last match is like another golden egg, of the show. Is the protector of professional wrestling, Jack Gallo, versus the Carnival Freak, Robbie Rebel. Let me tell you something. Jack Gallo in the ring is amazing. Technical worker, beyond. He can work the ropes. He can work the mat. He's up and down everywhere. Robbie Rebel is the same thing. So there is no I like him or him. This is just a match to see who is going to be the man on top of the win.
Okay, so if you're Robbie Rebel, what do you think you have to do to neutralize Jack Gallo to get the victory on that night?
Let me tell you, I would honestly, it would have to be, I would try to work him to the mat more than anything, because if he stays
ground
up,
and
yeah,
pound.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah, because if he's high,
I said ground and pound, Sean, not ground and pound cake.
if he, don't think Entenmann's right
Keep
now.
it up, smooth voice Sith.
Just
He's
saying.
thinking about Entenmann.
There are plenty
He
of
was drooling.
Jedis and no Sith anymore.
He was
Just so
drooling.
you know.
Okay.
He was drooling.
Always two, no more, no less.
But, yeah, I think the best bet is try to keep him from the high and get him down. That's it.
Okay, so ground and pound,
Yeah.
Jack Gallo. Now,
Yep.
if you're, let's flip it. If
Wait, you're
Jack-
trying to put Jack Gallo. You're telling the best advice you could give Robbie Rebel is put Gallo on the mat?
I think so, because if Gallo's up high, forget it. Gallo's going to,
Well, would you rather?
What would you rather? Go
Would you
ahead.
rather fight Jack Gallo on the ground or fight Jack Gallo standing up?
yeah, what would you want?
I
These are
wouldn't-
your options here.
I wouldn't
Yeah.
want to fight Jack Gallo with one arm
But
tied
you're-
behind his back.
But you're already in the position. You
And
have to fight
blindfolded.
Jack. But
You're already in the
position.
match.
So what do you suggest? Because I'm with Tommy on this. I think the best way to defeat a guy like Jack Gallo is when you're standing up, find something that you can hurt and exploit it on the ground.
Yep,
I
because
think
it might
that's
be an easy
Robbie's
pin.
best chance at survival.
It might be a quick pin. Who
I don't
knows?
think. I think stick and move. I don't think it's going to last that long. If he
Stick
goes-
and move. This ain't boxing, man.
Yeah. Well, here's my thing. I think if you're
Uh-uh.
Jack Gallo, you want to keep Robbie Rebel up because you want to keep the pace of the match up. Because in my opinion, I think Jack Gallo's got a little bit more cardio conditioning than Rebel. So Rebel's more likely to falter. Once you hit that 10-minute, 12-minute mark, and at that point, that's when Jack Gallo kicks into second gear. So I
Yep.
think it's the
Yep.
opposite if you're Jack Gallo. Keep Rebel on the ground, work him until he can't. His body just gives out on him.
Yeah, so I think your whole thing is totally wrong, man. Sean, you definitely got to think about it and look at the both of them. I think the best is for Jack Gallo to stay high, Robbie to stay low, and that's it. And that's how it's going to work for a win for either one.
So why don't we do this? Why don't we take a quick break, right? And when we come back, we'll find out from Jack Gallo himself, live on the air, as to what his strategy is to defeat Robbie Rebel on January 18th. Sound good
Yep,
to you guys?
there you go.
And while you're listening to some music, flip over to the Facebook page and nominate some of the awards that are already up.
Yeah, and ladies and gentlemen, we're going to take a quick break. We'll be back, and live on the air will be Jack Gallo himself.
Ooh, yeah.
Don't miss
Protector
it.
of professional wrestling.
back.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we just had an important phone call. As you heard, the Sith, Ryan Perry, just turned around and was saying Jack Gallo, the protector of professional wrestling, wanted to come on and talk about January 18th show. Well, he just told us to interfere. The song, so go ahead, Gallo.
Yeah, January 18th, I just signed on board. I was told by the management of Stronghold Pro Wrestling that I'm going to be facing one Robbie Rebel. And, it's going to be a good new year for me and a pretty terrible new year for him because I don't think he's going to walk out of there in his own well-being.
Well, Gallo, what do you think, what's the strategy that you're going to use to take Robbie Rebel down, man? Because we're wondering.
Well, I mean, there's no disrespect to Robbie Rebel. He's a pretty damn good talent, but he just isn't as talented as me. And, there really isn't any area where I see that being a problem when it comes to, being a better striker. Obviously, I'm a better submission wrestler. I'm better with suplexes. I'm stronger than him. I'm faster than him, even though he's smaller than me. And if he thinks he's more witty than me, he's wrong. I mean, I'm going to give the kid credit. He's done a pretty good job for himself over the past few years on the independent scene, but he hasn't faced what I faced. He hasn't been where I've been, and quite frankly, he ain't going to beat me on January 18th. And most likely, I might beat him with a submission hold just because, I'm a catch can guy. I protect professional wrestling. I do it the old school way, but, maybe I'll suplex him, drop him on his neck and pin him. Maybe I'll knock him out. I don't know. I guess I'll feel what the crowd wants.
Well, Ryan, what do you got to ask the protector?
Do you have any particular concerns, Gallo, going into the match? Maybe like a concern like what happens if Robbie is a little bit more resilient than you're giving him some credit for, that perhaps maybe around the 10-minute mark is when you in your mind expect to beat him, and all of a sudden now you're at 20 minutes, 25 minutes. Do you think you have the type of conditioning that would withstand Rebel's assault onto you?
Oh, yeah. I mean, I've worked, I think that's the difference between myself and Robbie is, I've worked plenty of main event matches. I'm talking 15, 20, 30 minutes with guys like Jay Lethal, with guys like Bobby Fish, with guys like Bobby Lashley. I mean, I've faced my fair share of pretty damn top-name talents. And I've went, the distance. And, I mean, Robbie Rebel, what I will give him this is he's very cunning. He's a pretty smart guy, and he knows how to work his way around the rules. And, people might look at that and say, oh, well, he's a cheater, or he's this or that. But let me tell you something. It's a quality. It's a good trait to have, if you're going to win matches. And clearly it's worked for him, so far. But the difference is I've been around the block longer, and I'm ready for those tricks. And if he's going to pull him out of his sleeve, that's fine. But, if he leaves like a limb hanging, it could be his leg for 1 second, his arm for 1 second. I'm going to snatch it. I'm going to stretch it. And I'm going to submit him. If he doesn't tap out fast enough, something's going to snap. And I have a ligament or a tendon to bring home with me, and that's just added pleasure for me.
Do you ever concern yourself with the fact that this is Robbie's chance to really make a name for himself? I mean, you would probably wind up being the biggest name he's ever beaten. Should he beat you on January 18th? Does that concern you at all? The fact that he may be a little bit more hungry going into this match than you are?
I mean, well, I'm never concerned about people being more hungry than me because I'm the hungriest individual you ever meet. I look at this as, this is my first match in a brand new company in New York. This is my home. We're going to be in Long Island, and the place that I train, the NYWC Sportatorium. I have a desire to prove a point. And, obviously anyone that goes in the ring with me and is trying to make a name for themselves, they're going to do whatever they can. But if I sit here and say I'm worried, then should I even be in the ring?
Okay.
No.
Okay, touche. I'll give
Definitely.
you that. That's a good point.
Yeah.
Anybody else have any other follow-up questions?
Sean, you have anything? Ryan, I did. What do you got? Because Jack Gallo's a busy man.
Jack, so you're planning on feeling out the crowd to see what they want as to what your intentions are for Robbie Rebel?
Yeah, sure. And you care to elaborate? You just want me to go off that?
Just let it go, man, because the fans are listening and they want to know what you're thinking.
Well, here's the thing. When I go to that ring, I'm known for being well-rounded and being a true wrestler. An artist, if you will. I believe in the sanctity of the sport, and I study it like no one else. So when I get in that ring, I'm very well prepared to take that match wherever it has to go. If Robbie wants to, he wants to stand with me and he wants to trade strikes, that's fine. I can trade strikes with you. You want to try to blow me up, let me tell you something. I run either 5 to 6 miles a day or I'm doing 30 minutes of sprints. You're not going to blow me up. You want to do a power game? Well, I'm 220 pounds, and how much does he weigh? You want to go with submissions? Well, God, I've been doing submissions my whole life. I went on a wrestling mat for the first time when I was 10 years old. When it comes to being well-rounded, there's very few people in this business, in this world that can touch me. And I'm talking pro wrestling, MMA, you name it, I can do it. And Robbie Rebel, the thing I'll say to him, I'll tell the fans is, I was the wrong guy that he should have picked to make a name for himself. Because when people pick on me, let me tell you something, I poke back harder, except when I poke them, I take a limb with me home because I grab them too. And Robbie Rebel's going to find out on January 18th that, 2014 isn't his year. It's my year. And Stronghold Pro Wrestling's in for one hell of a debut show, so I'm going to beat the piss out of one of their up-and-coming stars. And I feel bad for him, but I don't. He picked the fight.
Oh, wow.
Those shots fired. Shots fired.
That's,
Gallo, we know you're busy.
Hold on. It's not even a shot. Like, it's not even personal, man. Like, it's never personal to me. I'm just a wrestler, man, and I don't call myself a protector of professional wrestling. It's just like, a gimmick. I'm not a gimmick. It's what I am. It's what I do. I represent a time in this sport when there was no entertainment to follow. It was one guy versus another guy. And whoever wins gets the purse. Whoever wins gets the championship. Okay? It's about respect. It's about honor. It's about dignity. And guess what? He's just another competitor. And if he wants to poke at me, bad things are going to happen. It's not because I don't like Robbie Rebel. I don't know him that well. I've seen him before. He's a nice kid, but he's just going to be in there in the ring with the wrong guy at the wrong time in the wrong place. His fate has already been sealed, in my opinion.
Damn. Gallo, we know you're busy. We know you got other things you have to attend to. So we just wanted to take the chance to thank you for coming on this week. Best of luck January 18th against Robbie Rebel. We look forward to seeing you in action, buddy.
All right, we'll see you, man.
Look forward to seeing you guys. Thank you for having me. And Robbie Rebel, say your prayers.
Oh, man. Thank you, Gallo, for being on the show.
Right,
we appreciate it.
We'll see you then, man.
No problem. Take care.
Man, oh, man. Jack Gallo. He said, you pick on me, I pick a ligament to take home with me.
That's basically it, man. So let me tell you,
Rebel's going home. Rebel may be going home without a finger or two.
I know, or a arm or a leg or something. Who knows, man? But that's going to be insane.
Assuming that Rebel actually gets to go home.
Yeah, true.
You know what I want? I want Robbie Rebel on this show. I want Robbie Rebel on the show. Maybe we can make it happen next week.
Yeah, we'll see what we can do.
Have him either in the studio or call in. I would love for him to respond to what Jack Gallo said. I mean, Gallo gave Rebel a lot of credit.
Yeah, he did. Definitely did.
But let's not confuse things here. He definitely sounded as if he's just going to make an example out of Rebel, and I would love to see how Rebel responds to that.
Yeah, so he's ready, and Gallo. He's not holding back no punches on us. He's
definitely not.
He's going to take home a limb, as we just said.
Man said people pick on. I want to know who actually picked on Gallo in his life because I
don't know.
I don't think you'll be able to find him.
Yeah,
I don't know.
That's possible too.
Yeah, definitely, man.
Just wowzers on that one.
That was kind of scary.
That was intensity right there.
That definitely was. Man.
It was like scary, like horror film intensity.
Whoa, that was pretty cool. We're echoing, man.
Awesome. That sounds fantastic.
But let me tell you, though, Gallo, Robbie Rebel, that match is going to be insane.
I almost want to change the bet and say, hey, Sean, are you feeling confident enough, or are you too chicken to get in the ring with Jack Gallo if you lose this bet?
Especially because of the fact that Gallo's taking a limb home.
Yeah, Gallo said
for somebody that says I'm taking a limb home, he's looking for the bigger win.
Yeah,
it doesn't matter.
He's not just looking to win this match. He's looking to send a message to everybody else.
Yeah,
on the Stronghold roster.
Oh yeah, so everybody that's on the roster's got to watch out because Gallows coming through it.
Well, the irony of this, well, maybe not irony is the right word, but the poetic nature of this is, being that Stronghold Pro Wrestling and Stronghold is a fortress. It sounds as if Gallo is putting his flag up in the fortress saying it's mine. And it's yours to try to capture, but until you do, it's mine.
Oh, yeah.
And
So
January
it's-
18th is the platform in which he showcases in which Stronghold is his.
And then anybody that steps in his way, he's just going to take a limb from them, too. So
Man, oh man.
he's going to have a collection of limbs
see?
at home.
You know what I want to see? I want to see it down the road. And maybe it's already in the works, but I want to see down the road Jack Gallo taking on his boy, the Chris Envy. That would be a match I'd like to see. If Envy lives up to all the hype that you give him, Tommy, man, oh man.
Let me tell you, Chris Envy, the Chris Envy, is amazing in the ring.
Chris
and
Envy.
he's going to do it.
Chris Envy.
The Chris
We
Envy.
don't have to use the.
Yes.
He isn't knighted. He's not royalty. He's just Chris Envy.
It's a reality
Don't be
star.
jealous. He's a reality star.
He
He's
was
the
on an
big-
episode of Wife Swap.
And Family Court, all sorts of other stuff that he's done. You're just jealous because you're too big to fit on the
What?
card.
Did you say Family Court?
Yeah. Yeah, he's been on a lot of stuff. Yeah, he has a lot of problems.
He was on an episode of Wife Swap.
Yeah, so he's awesome,
Is
man.
his wife hot?
Yes, she's
Yeah?
very pretty. The both of them are.
Wow.
Well, both girlfriend, wife.
You know who doesn't have a
Yeah.
wife?
But he's amazing.
You?
He's
Me.
the man.
So,
I'm telling you.
ladies out there, if you're Asian, 18, barely speak English, I'm available.
Wow.
Just throwing that out there.
Wow.
So what else do we have on tap
Yo,
for tonight,
man.
ladies and gentlemen?
All I got to say is you're crazy, bro.
I tend to be on that side.
I don't want to ask. Never
No?
mind.
No?
No.
No 18 Asian ladies for you?
No, he's married,
I'm
actually.
happily
His
married.
his wife is about
Were you,
10 feet
were
from
you
him.
on the episode of Wife Swap with
No.
Chris Envy? Is that what it was?
It's not the Chris Envy.
It's the...
You let a guy
Chris
like Chris
Envy.
Envy, the Chris Envy, take your wife and swap?
I
Would
wasn't
you?
on. I am not a gun-toting Republican.
What does that have to do with
Oh,
anything?
wow. Politics in the works.
Being that you're not a gun-toting Republican, please, Sean, share with me your in-depth
Enlighten us.
views on Obamacare.
Ouch.
Sucks.
Why? Can't get away with that easy. Hey, you're the one who brought politics into this, Sean.
So let's listen. This is a wrestling show.
Let's break it down.
Let's shift away.
What,
So-
you don't think Obamacare is good for wrestlers who probably don't have insurance? Oh, look at that. I just made a perfect tie-in. Look at that. That is what we call synergy. Now, come on. Speak to me about Obamacare, Sean.
Who decided this guy was going to be a co-host?
Me.
Oh, so it was me last week.
Yeah,
So
because
not
you had
only
the gay intern.
Did you swap your wife with Chris Envy's wife? The Chris
I
Envy's
didn't
wife.
swap my wife with Chris
the
Envy's
Chris,
wife.
the wife.
No,
and
he's
your
saying if
wife.
you did. If you did, you
I
wouldn't. do it?
wouldn't.
Why?
You just said you did.
I said,
I'm so confused now.
He did say that.
He did.
Yes, he did.
stop putting words in
That
my.
you literally.
You know what? Let's
Answer
you know
that.
what? Why don't we answer the phone and let's see who this is? Hello.
Yo, what's up, man?
Uh-huh. You know what, ladies and gentlemen? This is the reality star, the Chris Envy.
It's Chris Envy.
The Chris Envy.
What's
Get it
up?
right.
What's going on, guys? Long time no talk.
What's going on, brother? How's things going?
I can't complain, man. I'm staying really busy lately.
Oh.
I've gone places I've never been, wrestled people I've never met before. It's fun.
All right. Well, come January 18th with Stronghold Pro Wrestling, you're in quite a match, man. And
Before we get into the match,
Oh,
Chris, I'd like
go
to
ahead.
introduce myself. My name is Smooth Voice Sith Ryan Perry, and something came up, and I'm just curious. Were you on Family Court before?
Family Court? No.
No. See, Tommy lied to me.
no, which one? You were on Wife Swap, and what was the other one?
I've actually been on 6 nationally televised shows.
6.
I was on Divorce Court.
Divorce Court, that's it. Sorry about that.
It's all right, man. It's all right. It happened.
Okay, now that that's cleared up. I feel
Wife Swap. I was on Tattoo Nightmare over the summer. I mean, I just try and get my face out there in as many ways as possible.
Well, come January 18th, man, you're going to have your hands full. And I don't know.
Yeah. You got some strong talent in that match, man. I'm impressed. There's been a lot of lesser than stellar shows going on in New York lately, and it doesn't look like this is going to be one of those. You got some good talent, and it'll be good to go out there and see what these guys can do. I want to be pushed to my limit.
Oh. Well, you're facing off against Evan Reigns and the superhero ATL. And your partner
who's Chris Envy's partner?
Is the American wrestling star SJR. Let me tell you something. That's going to be one heck of a tag team going up against them.
Well, tag teams, I've done them before. I've had some success with them. Came pretty close to winning tag team titles before. I just want to make sure that, my opponent's going to be there and have my back. I don't want to be out there 2-on-1.
Oh, I believe he's going to have your back, man, all the way through the match. Let me tell you, SJR is a great worker, So, and what you've done in the past speaks for itself.
Well, I feel like personally and professionally, I've come a long way since people of Long Island have seen me. So we'll see. Hopefully I don't let them down. I've been, working hard, training hard, getting my tan on. Got to have that tan for the winter.
Mm-hmm. Yep. That's
Chris,
it.
have you had a chance to take a look at any of your opponent's matches?
To be honest, I don't scout this far out. I mean, we're almost 2 months out. I try to stay busy. I got a full plate, but I did look them up on Facebook just to see what kind of fan reactions they get from people. It's pretty mixed lately. Just like myself. I mean, you have good days and you have bad days. Some people love you, some people hate you. But getting closer to showtime, I'll get my voice heard. I'll make people know that I'm coming. I'll make sure that my opponents know that I'm coming, and that my partner knows I have his back. I will look on YouTube. I'll look stuff up on Facebook. I just haven't yet.
I got a quick question for you, Chris, only because I'm new to the wrestling world. Outside of the 80s and the early 90s is probably the last time I really watched wrestling. And I came more onto the show because of my background in communications and things like that. So I'm not really too familiar with anybody really on the card, except for a few names. You're one of the names I'm not too familiar with. So as a chance just to maybe enlighten me and enlighten anybody else that's listening and that's maybe never seen you in action before, could you maybe just describe your style a little bit and what you're about and who you are as a person to anybody who this will be the first time they've ever seen you?
All right. Well, in a nutshell, I'm pretty brash and pretty arrogant. In a social group of friends, I'm probably the most likely to be deemed the asshole of the group. But I call it like I see it. If somebody's good, I let them know they're good. If they suck, I'm not going to sugarcoat it, and I let them know that they suck. I got my start in 2002. I was trained out in Colorado, an AWA school called Rocky Mountain Championship Wrestling. I was out there for less than a year before I moved back home to New York. Got with a couple different promotions out here, continued to train, changed my gimmick around a little bit, a lot of it, actually. And then I started getting my name out there a little bit, started working different places, started working names, made the right connections. Since then, I've wrestled all over. I mean, anywhere in the Northeast, any state in the Northeast, I've hit it. Just got back October. I was out in Wisconsin. We were in Ohio right before that. Like I said, I've been on 6 different reality shows. If you Google Chris Envy, there's some musician that'll come up, but usually I'm first or second thing that pops up. I'm trying to become a household name, and I want it to be for wrestling, but whatever it takes to get my name out there, like, oh, I've heard of him. What's he done? Then they look me up. Oh, he wrestles too? Let me go check this guy out.
Definitely, man. I can't wait for January 18th, 2014, when Chris Envy enters that ring with SJR going up against Evan Reigns and ATL. It's going to be quite a night, let me tell you. That's all I know.
Looking forward.
I know you're looking forward to it, man. We're all looking forward to it, and it's going to be one hell of a night.
This is going to be your first time back on Long Island in a while.
Yeah, it's been probably close to 2 years, with the exception of a brief appearance in a battle royal. It's my first time back since the cage match with Cash in August of 2011, I think.
Oh, yeah. So it's definitely due that Chris Envy invades Long Island again.
I'm down, man. I agree.
So, ladies and gentlemen, if you don't have your tickets, trust me, you better get them, or Chris Envy is going to invade you with an uppercut. That's all I know, or a clothesline. But you got anything else for the Chris Envy?
I just want to thank Chris for coming on.
Yeah, because Chris is a busy man.
Yeah, giving us
Thanks
his
for having
valuable
me.
time.
I appreciate it.
All right, man. We'll see
And
you.
we look forward, as always, to talking to Chris, especially more towards the event.
Oh, yeah. Closer to the event, we'll get in touch with them and see what else he's got going on and how he feels about his match then when it's getting closer.
Absolutely. That's when I get excited. I could be
Oh,
going
yeah.
to Florida tomorrow. I wouldn't be excited until that morning. But,
All right, man. You have a great
Hey,
one. And we'll talk to you, brother.
Thanks, Chris.
All right, man.
He's going to get the morning of January 18th is going to come up and he's going to be like, whoa, I'm going to Long Island.
Oh, yeah. Man, trust me. That's something that he would love to because him in Long Island, you know, it's like home to him. You know, Long Island, you know, he started off doing ECPW. Now he's coming over to Stronghold, and it's going to be great. I can't wait. Long Island can't wait. So if you don't have your tickets, get your tickets while you can at any of your ticket outlets. It's on Facebook. It's Omega Storage, 185 Sunrise Highway, and NY Pizza and Gyro in Connecticut Avenue and Islip Terrace. And also your indie wrestlers will have the tickets. $20 general admission, $25 front row, $40 VIP, which is a front row meet and greet with none other than TNA star, the Pope D'Angelo De Niro. What do you got going on? You're smiling over there, brother.
I'm just laughing because
I know.
I'm sharing texts with somebody.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
I'm telling your wife.
Wow.
Wife swap, text swap. What's the difference?
But anyway,
Let's,
Brian, you're back, man. What's
Sorry
up?
about that.
He got a text.
I got a
Oh,
text.
he got a text.
It was a lead into your corruption scandal.
All right.
Oh yeah, I know. Brush it off.
Just more news about how
Yeah.
crooked and corrupt you are.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And then somebody told me that Prince Fielder got traded, but that seems to be a load of baloney right now. I know it's the wrestling show. I'm talking about baseball.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
But don't
Sorry.
forget to get your Stronghold Pro Wrestling tickets January 18th.
Nice for segue.
You know, definitely, you know, they're on sale now.
I still want to figure out. I
You
still
know
want to figure
what?
out what contest you're going to lose to be in a skirt.
You know what? Everybody,
man.
we've been talking, and there's one thing with Stronghold that we forgot about on that day,
What could you
and
possibly
we keep
forgotten?
on pushing
Enlighten
it.
us. Oh, corrupt one.
We're having
Oh,
live.
please.
We're having live music from none other than Dan Acosta and Axis Unknown.
Who's got his own award
Yes,
this
he
year
is.
named after him.
So don't forget about Dan Acosta and Axis Unknown. If you have his CDs or anything, he will be glad to sign it, you know, take pictures with them and the band.
So you can meet Dan, you can meet D'Angelo,
Yes.
and you can see Sean in a skirt.
No, you're going to see
What
Ryan
el-
in a skirt.
What
And
else?
don't forget, on January 18th, you too can become another in a long line of members.
Wait, you two's
in
going to
the
be there
Ottawa
on
one.
January 18th?
Oh,
What?
You said you two is going to be there on January 18th.
I said you
No.
two can.
Oh.
We're gonna.
Oh,
we're
yeah.
gonna tape. There's
But-
plenty of tape around here to tape his mouth
you
shut.
know what? Don't forget,
And
because
styrofoam
January
peanuts.
18th, we're going to have an Oddball Army table. Len Oddity is going to have a table hanging out there with none other than the beautiful Bonnie. You want to be a part of the Army? Go ahead.
I'll
There
be
you go.
wearing my button.
You'll be wearing
Yep.
a skirt.
I won't be wearing a skirt.
He'll be wearing the button in the skirt.
Oh, suck it now. Sweet Sapphire.
Okay, well, let's shift gears and take a quick break. And when we come back, we'll talk more about awards and finally, Mugs and Cocoa.
Oh, yeah.
Hall monitor, take us out.
Access unknown. Sargon the insegmentable from the mighty conceptual elements. About to fuck shit up. We are the black sheep. Yeah, this was called Black Sheep, motherfucker.
All right, and we're back, ladies and gentlemen. And
Pina coladas.
pina coladas.
They're delicious.
When? Where?
Delicious.
Apparently,
Delicious.
you're paying for a steak dinner after the show today.
I want a fancy trip in that limo. But speaking of that limo, you corrupt individual, you.
Yeah, well,
We, of course, would be remiss if we didn't mention the fact that you got a lot of heat on you right now.
well, you know
for
what?
taking payoffs because of SWA, Suffolk Wrestling Alliance, which has a show coming up on December 22nd.
Yep. Yeah,
In
definitely.
which you are the director of authority who takes payoffs. No?
No, I don't know what you're talking about on
No?
that. I've
Don't know what we're talking
you know
about.
I've talked with you guys with everything last week, and it's all due to real estate property. Hey, stuff like that, buying houses.
And, of course,
you
this
know.
week, we get the announcement today that it's going to be in the main event of the evening, which is the Winner Circle Championship match, which features C.J. Antonino defending his championship against 4 other men, all of which will be winners either from the previous show or from this show on December 22nd that's upcoming, because C.J. Antonino will be going against the Grim Reaper, He'll be going against the New Age Terminator Trigger. He'll be going against the number 1 contender Justin Toxic, who gets basically a bonus championship opportunity. And he will also be going against the winner of this next match, which just got announced a few hours ago on Suffolk Wrestling Alliance's Facebook page, which is your buddy old pal.
Oh, yeah, Chris Caden, baby.
Going up
He's
against
back.
the 1% of professional wrestling, Ricky Richards Esquire the Third.
What? Wait a minute.
That's what got announced. What? Wait. Caden
Tell me you didn't know.
Caden or Ricky
Wait
didn't
a
pay
minute.
you off enough?
Tell me you didn't know. You're the goddamn director of authority.
Oh, all right, go ahead. Move
Okay,
on
so
then. Yeah,
here's
all right.
here's what I find curious about this, right?
And you and I shared the same concerns the other day over the phone.
Yeah. So both men are giving a chance to enter into a championship opportunity later on that evening, because the winner of that match goes and becomes the wild card, 5th entrant into the Pride Championship match against CJ Antonino, Grim Reaper, Justin Toxic, and Trigger. Chris Caden, who was suspended under suspicious premise, is first match back, and he gets a chance to fight for the championship almost immediately. And
Almost immediately.
And then Ricky Richards, who tapped out. Now, granted, Ricky is arguing that the chokehold is illegal, and perhaps this is why he's giving this shot. I think it's other reasons. But Ricky Richards, who lost at the last show on November 2nd on Hollow Ground to CJ Antonino himself.
Apparently, from my sources, it has been found out that Ricky Richards is only in this match because he's threatened the SWA front office with legal action.
Probably from the chokehold.
Right.
Yeah. So, but I just find it so curious that Ricky Richards, this man who obviously comes from a wealthy family and has a lot of money to burn, and all of a sudden Chris Caden gets suspended and Ricky doesn't for basically doing the same exact thing, and Ricky's getting title shots and you're getting envelopes full of money, on hidden cameras and things like that, and all of a sudden Chris Caden comes back off of suspension and he's basically given a title shot almost for nothing. And you don't think any of this raises any red flags here, Tommy? I mean, what is your defense here? I know you must be running out of excuses. By now.
My direct question to you, co-host of mine, is: did Chris Caden get this match because a mysterious big white envelope appeared somewhere else, or
are we going to see more footage? Is that that's what he's asking?
Or did you put Chris Caden into this match as a way to throw everybody off from the trail of the mysterious white envelopes that keep appearing everywhere?
Which one is it?
All right, your whole
There's option C
theories?
too.
No.
There's option C too. That Chris Caden is your kind of way of sucking up to the situation and giving the fans of Chris Caden, as well as the Suffolk Wrestling Alliance fans, what you know they wanted to see all along.
No, the whole thing is I'm giving Chris Caden this shot when he's coming back to SWA because he was a man of his word, of respect, where that he did take it, like a man. His suspension, which...
that was unjust.
Yes, was served. But you know what? We appreciate it, and I appreciate it. So I said to him, here is something back for what you've done for, taking everything at the chin.
Wait a second.
Yes, he was a man.
Me, you suspended this man, right?
Yep.
And then because
Suspended.
he had no choice but to have to deal with the suspension,
Yeah,
you're
that's it.
rewarding him for being suspended?
No, because...
That's like Barry Bonds, you finding syringes on Barry Bonds as he's winning, the home run derby, right?
The home run title.
And saying, okay, we're going to suspend you, but when you come back, we're still going to declare
No,
you
no,
as the
no.
home run king.
See, but
that's
if
basically
there was-
that's your analogy there, Tom.
No, not at all. Because
Why don't you
there's
just
some
admit that
guys.
you took a payoff?
There's some guys.
That's really
like,
at the root of this. Why don't you just admit you took a payoff?
There's some guys like Ricky Richards. When he was suspended, that it was very short term. He kept on trying to convince us and tell us that he didn't do it and whatever and so forth.
Why don't you just
But
admit you
Chris
accepted a payoff?
Caden was a gentleman,
Yep.
where that he turned around and didn't even bother, didn't even
didn't
call
bother?
me, didn't text me or anything.
No, because he was too busy posting things on YouTube about how the suspension is a bunch of bullcrap.
Well,
Bull crap.
you know what? It
It's
wasn't-
family friendly.
Justice.
was served.
Why don't you, Tommy? I don't understand. Why don't you just admit that you take payoffs?
Yeah, for my properties when I get them, when
No, Tommy,
stuff like
just,
that.
I mean, at the end of the day, just admit you take payoffs, right? You admit it, you did wrong. You deal with the consequences of being suspended the same way that Chris Caden, and maybe we'll throw you a party when your suspension gets lifted. You know what I'm saying? Like, seriously, Tommy.
Maybe SWA will just give you a title match.
yeah, maybe if it's at Villa
They'll put you in
Lombardi,
a number
so I'll
one
have it.
contenders championship
Right.
opportunity.
Give you a chance.
You know, I mean, if
give
you think
a
about it,
chance to win
Tommy, you
that
just
beautiful
admit you
pride
did
title.
wrong. If you just admit that you did wrong, right? This whole thing goes away. Everything goes
Well,
away.
Let me tell you, it is
Because
everything.
let me tell you, Tommy, because everything that you're saying is jaded at this point.
I don't know.
Everything, and
Nope.
it's never going to go
It's
away,
not.
Tommy. It's never going to go away.
It will.
So why don't you just admit you did wrong, end the witch hunt, okay? Admit you did wrong, take it like a man, deal with the consequences. This whole problem goes away because everything that happens from here on out, it almost devalues what CJ Antonino has done as champion. To think that there's guys who are paying you off for chances to become Pride champion.
Well, CJ,
If I gave you $1,000 right now, could I wrestle for the Pride title?
listen, for $1,000, you could have a front row seat. How about that? But let me tell you,
a ticket at SWA.
CJ Antonino deserved what he has right now, and
Nobody's questioning
all right,
that.
I'm going all the way through of what you were saying, and Ricky Richards deserved his little suspension. Chris Caden deserved his
So
suspension.
why does Chris
But
Caden
they both
deserve?
did the same
but this
thing,
is the
and
thing.
they
But
didn't
this is the
serve
thing.
the
Why does
same
Chris
amount of
Caden
time.
deserve a chance to fight for the championship when he's coming? Why doesn't he just start back at the bottom
And
like
what
most
makes
guys would?
and what makes Ricky Richards richer? I mean, better than Chris Caden.
There is no
Ricky
better.
lost.
He's the
Yes or
same.
no? Ricky lost. Yes or no? Yes.
Yeah,
At the last show.
yeah, he
so
did,
why does he get
definitely did.
another chance?
Because he was still in that number one
It's
contendership,
his
no
first
matter
of-
what.
But he had his
It's
chance.
his first official loss, and he
So let
tapped
me get
out.
this straight.
Tapped out.
I'm a baseball fan, right? The Cardinals, they just lost the World Series to the Red Sox 4-2. The Cardinals should get another chance at beating the Red Sox, though, because they were contenders. Is that basically that's
no,
your analogy?
not at all. Not
That's
at
a
all.
terrible analogy.
because they were good workers,
Not at all.
and they got
yeah,
and
because
they
they
got
are a
to
good
that
baseball
point.
team, so they should
Right.
get another
Not at
chance.
all.
That's not
They
how it
should.
works.
Nope.
He lost, he starts back at the bottom. Caden was suspended, he starts back at the bottom when he comes back. And yet all
Well-
of a sudden, these two men are injected into this possible chance to be in the winner circle match against CJ Antonino for a chance to walk out Pride champion.
Well, the whole
Here, take this napkin. You're beginning to sweat.
Do you not understand how that just looks so corrupt?
well, listen.
Perception is reality.
It's all
Tommy.
done because you know what? Also, Chris Caden wanted a good match, and we're
So,
giving him one of
you
the
know what?
best.
I want to be the MVP of
I
the
wa-
Super Bowl.
and
But
I
you
wanna
don't
be
see
a
somebody
million-
just handing it to me. You got to earn that.
And I want to be a millionaire, but no, like, there's not
You
an
gotta
army full
earn
of
it.
people. There's not an army full of trucks with nickels outside.
The elephant in the room here, Tommy, is the fact that you are under investigation for
Well,
being corrupt.
you
And
know
every
what?
decision that you make, why don't you just step down?
Nope, justice was served,
Maybe-
and
Pride
all
gets in
I've
your
got to
way.
say.
Maybe
Yep.
maybe you need to resign and clear the SWA air.
I mean, think about it, right? You're shown to be, granted, there's still this circumstantial evidence, right? But you're shown in the light that shows that you're corrupt, right? And not one single peep since from these anti-propagandists. Not a single peep since.
Yeah, so what's that all about?
What that says is they've shown the evidence against you.
There's more probably out there, supposedly.
So why don't you just step down? Resign,
No.
step down, take a breather, you know what I'm saying? Take an absence of leave.
Oh, you mean a nice vacation to Hawaii?
Yeah, I'm sure you can afford it right now.
Like Tommy, think about it. Every decision that you make from here on out seems a little bit jaded and seems a little bit corrupt. You have to agree with that.
No.
You're not stupid.
Not at
Tommy.
all.
Maybe you are stupid. I don't
No,
know.
I'm not, but let me tell you.
You can't be stupid
all
if
my-
he's taking big white envelopes of money.
Let me ask you something, Tommy. Real simple question. Yes or no? Okay? Yes or no? That's all I need.
Maybe so.
Do you still beat your wife?
What?
Do you still beat
I
your
never
wife?
ever did, you
You know what I'm saying?
dumbass.
But do you understand that's the problem? That analogy, that
Wow,
premise
man.
of that, philosophical ideology right there is the problem. that no matter
Well-
how you answer it, it's gonna be.
All I gotta say, it was all real estate connected, and that's it. And that's the bottom line.
And all I gotta say
and
is
if
you're
people want to
folded.
keep on
And
looking
Smooth
into
Voice
it,
said-
let them.
Smooth Voice
I got
said-
heated on this one.
Yeah, I know, but you know what I'd like to add?
What?
There is no way on God's green earth that Tommy can ever beat the hall monitor in a straight up fight.
Hall monitor. Do you still beat Tommy C? She says every day. So now I understand why your brain is all,
She
cockeyed.
gotta smack him upside his head to keep him in line.
Like this is ridiculous.
Yeah, so you know what? Everything, all the transactions, all the money,
Okay, Tommy.
the envelopes are from real estate.
Okay.
But you're just gonna
All right.
regurgitate the same exact thing
Real
over
estate
and over.
doesn't
and
matter.
over
Real
again.
estate, we get that. We asked you to produce the associate that left the envelope on the table.
Where is he?
I don't see him.
He's on vacation.
Of
It's the
course.
holidays.
Oh, it's
Okay, so here's your chance,
it's
Tommy,
wait,
because
when did he leave for vacation?
He actually
This
left,
morning?
No, he actually left on Friday.
here's your chance, okay? Because we have one more call-in left to do for the evening, and then we got to call the show a wrap, right? Here's your chance in 1 minute or less, Tommy. State your case here. You are speaking directly, because I'm sure they're listening, to the anti-propagandists right now. It's just you and them. What do you want to say to them?
All I have to say, justice was served. I'm innocent no matter what until it's proven guilty, because envelopes and them hiding, isn't there a law against hiding the camera somewhere when
No.
people don't know?
You can be videoed,
Yeah.
but in Suffolk County you cannot be recorded, sound wise.
Oh, okay, all right. So wait, how would you know that?
yeah,
Sean?
how would you know that, Sean?
Why
Well,
would you know that?
Because
That's
being-
really
That
odd.
that
you
just
know
kind
that.
of like rang my bell.
being
Why
on a
would you
radio
know?
show. I
Yeah,
would have to.
But why would you want to know?
But
Why would you
something
know
like
that?
Well, occasionally we do stuff from UStream.
Yeah, but
So
I'm trying
I
to
wouldn't-
state
I need to
that's,
know
that's
these
the
things.
internet. This was
This is
pure
a secret camera here.
secret camera, which that was aired at SWA Wrestle Hell.
Yeah, which you were at.
So
Did you-
how?
And it was filmed in this studio,
Yeah.
which you have access to.
So how in the world would you know about
Did
it?
you notice where I was the entire time?
It's a
sitting like
camera that was still
almost
It
next
was
to the
still.
whole monitor at SWA.
It
It was
a
in one of those
camera
corners.
in a single
I was
corner.
I was with Christine at SWA,
and it was a.
How did
Yeah.
I break in and do what I and do?
How
what
do
it
I
was?
know? You could
I
hide
don't
it in
know.
your belly somewhere.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
whole monitor. At any point, did you have to go to the bathroom at On Hollow Grounds? She's saying yes.
Yeah. So she
So
had
she
to.
wasn't with you the entire time.
Yeah.
It wasn't me.
Because
Okay.
one of that camera was either in that corner
Sean,
or
you
that
realize I have to
corner.
investigate this, right?
Yeah. So I
What?
think you know what
You
I'll
are a
take,
member of my crack investigative team.
I have
I'll
to
take my
investigate
beating
this.
as it comes. But now that you said that, your beating has to come.
Okay.
One beating. Wait.
Here's how.
Wait. So let's assume that I'm the guy in the silver skull, or
Oh, no,
one
even
of the
if you're
people in the
not,
Silver Skull.
what if you're just like an assistant of this guy in this silver
well,
mask?
We don't know if it's a guy, if it's a girl. It's Rick
let's
Cataldo.
let's assume that I am.
It's Rick Cataldo.
In the video, you clearly see me leaving
Oh,
the
man.
studio.
Uh-huh.
It's a hidden camera. The camera can
It's hidden,
stay
bro.
there.
Yeah.
That
How do
doesn't
I
solve
know?
anything.
Because
that doesn't
you're
prove
here-
anything, Sean.
You're here at the studio before I even
It
get
just
here.
proves that you were here in the studio to hit record.
Yeah. You could have a remote in your pocket.
Yeah,
Come on, man. You never know.
I'm not that intelligent.
Really?
Really.
You're
Or
smarter
you-
than a baboon,
or you-
at least.
Or you're just playing dumb. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to get to the bottom of this. I'm
both
still
of us
gonna,
have to
no,
be
no,
done.
I'm still going to investigate you, Tommy, because
And
it's
even-
still
and
because you're
again-
still taking payoffs. Even if it was from Sean, you're still taking payoffs.
And again,
I don't know,
what,
man.
what if it was? You know,
Okay,
just
well,
seems
gentlemen,
funny.
we're going to take a break. And when we come back, does anybody care to mention who our guest is going to be when we come back from break?
How about we wait until we come back?
Oh, you sneaky. You're a little too sneaky, Tommy.
So if they
But
want to
not
know,
sneaky enough. Because I'm
not
gonna
to get
catch you
caught on
red-handed.
video.
yeah, they have to wait and find out
Mm-hmm.
who's coming up next.
Ladies and gentlemen, Tommy still beats his wife.
No,
Live
No,
here
no,
on...
no,
No,
The whole
no,
monitor
she
beats
beats
Tommy.
me.
Oh, she
Let's
beats him.
get
The
that
whole
right.
monitor beats Tommy. Sean swaps his
I
wife,
like it.
and I like 18-year-old Asian women who barely speak any
Hey,
English.
oh, suki
Think-
suki.
The more you know.
Tommy, he said he liked Asian women, and you're trying to talk Asian.
No, I said
That
suki
was
suki.
racist. That
No,
was
it
racist.
wasn't supposed to be
Uh,
racist.
we
Hold
need a
on and
break.
take us
Come
out.
on now.
never laugh? Do you see your girl cry? Can you feel the fire burn within? Say a prayer when you're ready to die. Your soul is mine. You don't wanna believe. Your soul is mine. Let your eternal sin. Your faith is your soul away. Then you answer the why. Cause your sins are too much to grasp. There's prayer just before you die. Your soul is mine. You don't wanna believe. Your soul is mine. An eternal sin. Your soul is mine. You don't wanna believe. Your soul is mine. Let your eternal sin. Ready to die. Can you hear the telephone laugh? Do you see your girl crying? Can you feel the fire burn within? Say a prayer when you're ready to die. Your soul is mine. You don't wanna believe. Your soul is mine. An eternal sin. Your soul is mine. You don't wanna believe. Your soul is mine. Let your eternal sin.
Save me from the reaches of my mind. I'm locked away from the feelings that I have. I cannot show the truth, can I reveal? Would you think less of me if I just fell apart? Buried away, I think I'd be okay. Don't break me down, no, don't break me down. Let you break me down, taking back control. I'm running on the road to nowhere. Road to
Broken. All those bondages, all those spiritual holds. Go! Hallelujah! Oh, she doesn't even want to have it. Hallelujah!
And we're back.
Yep, we're back. And
Tommy still smells.
Yep, and we were supposed to have a special guest.
And
but,
corrupt.
No, the guest wasn't
Can't smell
corrupt
like
that we were
corrupt.
going to have on.
No, you smell of corruption.
No. No. I smell like Axe.
You wow, that's really
Is that
corrupt.
did Axe put out a new scent called Corruption?
No. Come on now. But we
called
were supposed to have
Balsams.
a special guest. You know, me and Ryan were going back about it, but fortunately they're in a meeting right now with certain people, so
we're not going to have.
we're not going to have
guest.
them. So they'll be booked for
Is what
next
Tommy's
week.
trying to say.
Yes. And we're going to, do some
Tommy's
more
trying
rundown.
to suck up to the fans of the broadcast.
Do more of a rundown on, of the awards and whatnot. So what else do we got there?
Well, we got some awards up on the Facebook page already.
Touche.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
I guess.
You know what? There's one
I
there.
guess we work fast here.
There's one there that I actually like and I see.
Feud of the year.
Feud of the year.
That's up on the
That's-
Facebook page.
I like that one.
Who would you nominate?
Braden Knight and Jack Gallo.
How can you argue with that?
That is
I
an
can.
amazing.
Go ahead. Who
All
do
right,
you
go
got?
ahead.
Tommy C versus the anti-propagandist.
Oh,
what a low blow.
Oh, but it's a good feud
Who?
because both were corrupt.
Oh.
One's a sneaky hacker group. The other one is a guy taking money over the table instead of under the table like he should have. That's you. That's you.
I'm sorry. I was
Space cadet over there.
They're all real
All
estate
right.
transactions.
They were, man.
They're all real estate transactions.
Yes, they were.
you, they're all legitimate properties that I own.
Yeah, they were, man.
But
What are you
amazingly,
kidding?
we got $4,500 out of nowhere in 3 days.
From the
Yeah,
gingerbread
come on,
houses
man.
on my table.
Oh, I was selling Girl Scout cookies.
No, I don't do
There's a
that
big
no more.
market for Girl Scout cookies, ladies and gentlemen.
Especially on the secondary market.
Oh, the black market Girl Scout cookies. We got the Thin Mints and Samoas.
$10
a box, little girl. We got you.
Come on.
$10 a box.
Yeah.
Buy yours now.
You shush.
Oh, she's getting mad. She's pounding the desk.
She gave me the finger.
She just gave you the finger.
I don't care what. You know what? I'm going to make another 15 minutes in this show. Just because of that, hall monitor. Be nice to me. I did nothing. I did nothing except accuse your husband of beating you. That's all I did.
And
She
being
beat-
corrupt.
She beats me.
Yeah, I know that. That's what came out.
See the bruises? I got them all over.
See what happens when you just let the truth out, Tommy?
Don't you feel the
Doesn't it
slightest
feel
bit
better?
vindicated that you've admitted on the air that
It's like a
Christine beat
weight
you?
off of your chest.
Yeah, but I'm not corrupted, though.
Oh, you're such a
I'm not a
you're
corrupt.
such a liar.
You see this brown
Nope,
shirt?
not
You're
at
a
all.
liar.
It turns brown in the
That-
event that we're being bullshitted.
Ooh, family friendly. Family
Family
friendly.
friendly
What's wrong
guy.
with shit?
Come on now.
Ah, you did it again.
What's wrong with
Sugar.
shit?
You say
Sugar.
sugar.
Sugar honey iced tea.
It's animal
Yeah.
feces. It's perfectly
Ooh, stop it.
acceptable.
You stop it. with
You're a
that
nasty
nonsense.
boy.
You're just trying to deter all the attention towards Tommy.
Yeah, stop doing that, nasty boy. And
And
we're
take all the
Attention
attention
from
off,
what?
I still got it.
off of
What
you
attention
for
from
setting
me?
him up.
I
Hey,
didn't set him up.
The cameras in the corners. You were here before me and Ryan, so how did it happen?
So what's your feud of the year, Tam?
Oh.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
Exactly.
It's like a 747.
What
went
else
over
do
his
we
head.
have? We have the Lifetime Achievement Award, which Tommy will be handing out this year. He's not telling us who his nominee is.
No.
gonna be.
We've taken Tommy off the nomination
Oh, is that
committee
what it
for
is?
that. Yeah.
Why?
That's news to me.
What?
Why?
No bribes.
Right. No big white
I
envelopes.
don't bribe. No, nobody bribes me. I don't bribe nobody. What are you kidding?
You're a liar.
Come on now.
You can't be trusted.
What?
You got real estate money from your ant farms, and we're supposed to trust you?
Ant farms.
From your
Come on
black
now.
market Girl Scout cookies. I don't wanna hear this. Hey, hold on it. You stop it.
She's a tapping.
She's like, yo, wrap it up. I don't care. I told you, an extra 15 minutes. We are
Oh,
staying
we
on
do.
task.
We are.
We're on task.
We're talking
We're
about
there.
the awards, you jerk.
Uh-oh. She's going to come over and, like, body slam.
You better be
watch
careful.
out.
You see what she does to Tommy?
See those bruises on my legs?
I got a couple of text messages.
not supposed
by
to
the
touch
way,
that,
for
don't-
Ring Rat of the Year, but I'm not going to announce it.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, because I told people to call in, and they didn't want to call in, so I
So-
won't announce it.
No calling, no announcing.
Yep. Your text messages do not count, though
No
there's some
text.
interesting ones.
I
on
want to
there.
take a look at a
I
couple
bet
of
it
those
was.
I'll
interesting
show you
text
them after the
messages.
show.
All right.
But
Yeah.
you got to call in.
But we're not allowed to tell you people. because you didn't call in.
So what do we got on tap for next week, gentlemen?
Well,
Next week, this associate that Tommy was claiming dropped the white envelope that nobody saw, Casper, will be here.
Casper the Friendly Ghost will be here with his Black Market Girl Scout cookies.
well, next week we're gonna have.
He'll be in the A block, which is the lead for all you people who don't know. That's the beginning of the show.
Well, we're gonna have
Hopefully.
Frankie Stars.
Frankie Stars is the guy who sells
Next
the
week.
black market?
No.
You got to
Frankie
segue better.
Stars.
You got to segue better.
Frankie Stars is awesome, man. He's gonna be in 2 shows coming up.
Look, takes bribes better than anybody I know, but
What are
can't
you
segue
talking
with
about?
crap.
I know.
He's gonna be in 2 shows.
You know what's
coming up.
amazing? Every guest we have on the air is awesome. Have we ever had a not
Yes.
awesome guest?
Everybody's
Can we
awesome.
announce that? Can we
Well,
be like, hey,
there's
listen,
one
next
guest
week we're
that's-
going to have a guest that's not awesome.
Well, there's one guest
They
that's
suck.
okay. It's that guy ATL, which doesn't even talk.
ATL doesn't talk. It's
No,
a
he
radio
doesn't.
show.
Has he ever been on the radio show?
No, he don't
Then,
talk.
then
We
your
had him
point is
here,
mute. Then
but
your
he's
point is
sti-
mute.
We
You can't say he was a guest if he's never been on the radio show.
we had
before.
him here. He was standing over there and just
We
didn't
might
do
as well
nothing.
nominate your the penguin that
that's
stood
my
in your
friend.
place.
You know, the
last
penguin
week.
does better
Yeah.
segues than you do.
Where? Yeah, that's my
He
friend.
rocks a tuxedo better.
That's my friend, and
I
somebody
know the
else's.
limo's running.
No,
the
no.
limo's running.
Yeah,
No, but-
definitely.
What do we got on tap for next week? Frankie
well,
Stars
we
is
got
calling
Frankie
in.
Stars.
Who else?
And then Tattooed Ugly Len Oddity.
Okay.
He's going to be talking about his match going up against the King, Junior Reyes.
So he's going to be back for some more.
Yeah, he's gonna.
Okay.
He's
Maybe the king will be in studio.
Yeah, maybe we
That'd
could.
be nice.
He was supposed to be here. Me and the other SWA officials did tell him he had to be here. But
Yeah, I
we
want to
have,
see what kind of fines and suspensions he gets for this.
Well,
Mr.
Mr. Jerry.
Tommy's going to fine him, and it's going to go straight to Tommy's pocket.
Well, Jerry Werner is on the case right now, taking care of it,
Okay.
finding out what's going on with
Okay.
Junior Reyes, and he'll be taking care of that
He's
situation.
a weird guy, Junior is.
You know what? He
doesn't scare me,
He
though.
is. He did a promo.
He doesn't
or
scare me. I
something
dare
or
Junior Reyes to
whatever.
come to the studio next week and scare me, because he does not scare me.
You know what? I don't know what it was. It was a
I'm a tough
video
guy.
that was released on YouTube or
I did
whatever.
fencing in college. He does not scare me.
And he owns a storage unit with nothing in it.
Bruce Dickinson from Iron Maiden, he fences too.
See?
Do you know that? He owns a storage unit with nothing
Well,
in it.
I'm daring and I'm challenging Junior Reyes to come on the show next week to see me, man to man. I don't know what my beef with Junior Reyes
Are
is,
you
but
crazy?
I'll come up with something within a week.
And you're crazy.
How about not being on the
Did you-
show?
Did you know? Did you?
That's my beef. Junior Reyes, how dare you no show today, and when you were told
But-
you had to be here, and that the fine that you're going to have to pay is going to go directly to Tommy C's pocket because it's going to go under the radar because nobody's going to know about it but you and Tommy C. And how dare you no-show us, especially me. You're hurting my reputation as a new co-host, and I hate you for that. And I hope Lanati kicks your
Did-
ass on December 22nd. How's
Did
that
you
sound?
know that he's
I'm
gonna?
calling you out, Junior Reyes. You're going to be our first not-so-awesome guest.
I know you just
I think
new to the
I think you've
wrestling
been eating
scene.
too many matzo balls.
I've been eating
Yeah.
too many damn black market sugar cookies from the Girl Scouts, everything.
But do you know of you being
$10
new
a
to the
box.
business? Do you know that Junior Reyes went up against Necro Butcher several times?
And what's a necro butcher?
Necro Butcher is one of the most craziest hardcore.
He's never heard of Necro.
Freaks.
You've never heard of Necro.
He-
So I
he's-
shouldn't be challenging
Him
Junior Reyes,
and
is
Len
what you guys are
Oddity
saying?
are on the same level
What?
Junior Reyes,
of craziness.
I just want to take the opportunity to say that you're a very nice person.
Yeah, I would say that too
Big fan of your
because
work.
he's crazy.
But I still challenge you because I am all hopped up on black market sugar cookies from the Girl Scouts. And as long as they're here next week, I am confident in my abilities to run as fast as I can.
You know what? You will see his work come December 22nd when Junior Reyes takes on Tattooed Ugly Len Oddity at Muggs and Cocoa. And let me tell you something. That's a free show, ladies and gentlemen. So
I
if
wanna
you
make
have
a
your
name
chance,
for a show one day.
if you have your chance to
What
get,
would you name it?
I would have called it Santa's Got a Lot of Hoes.
you're Jewish.
I know.
So
Santa's a pimp.
oh,
Why is
okay.
Santa a pimp?
Because he's got a bunch of L's working for under minimum wage. You
And
know.
then-
How do you know what they make?
How do you know? You're Jewish.
Who would want to live in the North Pole?
And they are all guys.
Maybe they're
I
very
think.
happy
And they
living
are
in the
guys.
North Pole.
They are.
He's got it's him and a bunch of Rick Cataldos.
And what about Mrs. Claus? What's
You
the
know.
deal with that shiz name?
Oh, Ho ho, of course, is what I meant to say.
But
Don't you look at me, hall monitor.
How do you know they're not taking large sums of money like Tommy C?
Wow.
what are they going to do with
They'd
it? They
clearly
live
be
around
doing it
snow.
over the table like Tommy said.
Anyway,
Yeah. What's the over-under on Tommy
I
C
want to
getting
know what
paid?
elves are making you money for your next payoff.
you know what's making me money
I
in
know.
payoffs?
I know.
None.
The limo is warming up. He doesn't want to keep it running for too long.
You want to know what's making me money? Let me tell you, December 22nd, we're giving back. SWA is giving back where there is no money. Tickets are free. You could come down to the NYWC Sportatorium and check out Muggs and Coco, Len Oddity, Junior Reyes, Frankie Stars, Jay Lover, ATL. All these guys are going to be there, so check them out.
I've played levels of Candy Crush that are more interesting than your segues.
No.
Okay, so before we go,
You
we
play
got a minute.
Candy Crush?
Yeah, we got a minute left.
His wife plays it too. You
We
can talk to her.
got a minute left.
She might want you to friend
Hall
her on
monitor
Facebook.
keeps looking at me like, hurry up.
Yeah.
Okay,
So
we
you
have a
know
minute
what?
left. December 22nd, Muggs and Coco SWA, totally 100% free show.
Free!
Giving back
And
to the fans.
appreciation. Thank
which
you.
is a Sunday. Show starts at 4 o'clock.
4 o'clock.
Also, make sure to buy your
Yep,
tickets for January
Not wearing
18th,
a Santa suit.
the first major wrestling show on Long Island in 2014. January 18th, Stronghold Pro Wrestling. Next week, we're going to have Len Oddity on the show. We're going to have Frankie Stars. I'm hearing rumors that we might even have Robbie Rebel and
yep,
beautiful
yep.
Bobby Dream on the show as well. In addition to that, hopefully, Junior Reyes will be man enough to see me live in the studio.
I don't know if you want. All right. Okay.
And then we will also have the live announcement of what the challenge between me and Sean is actually going to be to see who wears this skirt on January 18th.
That's right. I look forward to seeing you in a skirt with your hairy legs.
Remember, the nominations are now up on the Heel and Face.
Some of them.
Some of them are up. You can
Okay.
And
nominate.
we're
All you got to
getting,
do is leave a comment.
We're getting some. We're getting some interesting feedback.
And
already.
if you want
Yeah.
to find out who the first nominee of the Ryan's Ring Rat of the Year award is going to be, make sure you tell your friends to call in live next week, because I will not announce any of the nominees for Ring Rat of the Year until somebody calls in and gives me a nomination themselves before I announce my nominees.
Whoa!
All right. Well,
Boom.
So
there you go.
for the
Ring
smooth
rat.
voice Sith,
That's
Ryan
me.
Perry. For the face, Tommy C. will be at
The corrupt.
No.
For the hall monitor, and for me, the heel. We'll see you next week, just in time to stuff your bird or Tommy's pockets. Hall monitor, take us out.
We'll worship the ring.